Hallo, guten Abend. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night here tonight. This beautiful venue, a beautiful couple. So my name is Eddie, and within the past week, Eben explained to me the concept of co-best men. And then he informed me that I would have a speaking part tonight. So Eben, thank you for the heads up. I appreciate that. So I feel like to effectively communicate to you guys, I need to know who I'm talking to. Like this weekend, I got a chance to talk with a lot of you, but I need some audience participation. So are you guys with me? Okay, so if I say something that is applicable to you guys, I need you guys to stand up in your spot, all right? Yeah, I understand that there are people with medical conditions. Some of you are older, some of you are drunker. You can remain at your seat, but stick your hand way over your head so you can be accounted for. Okay, everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so the first question that I have is please stand up if you are familiar with the American reality TV program Eliminate. Eliminate was a syndicated TV show. You probably watched it on the WGN from 2001 to 2006. And the concept of this show, okay, was a bachelor or bachelorette had 4 suitors. And over 3 rounds, 1 suitor would be eliminated per round until there was just the winner. They would win a date. Hence the name Eliminate, okay? All right, so everybody standing. So if you're standing right now, you knew about Eliminate before tonight. If you're sitting, you did not know about Eliminate, or you're drunk, all right? Okay, so phase 2, you guys are doing good. You guys are a good audience, I appreciate you. So phase 2, if you ever participated in Eliminate, okay? So, if you did a casting call, you were trying to get contestants, you were a bartender, and you were in the background of one of the shoots, please remain standing. If you did not participate, go ahead and have a seat. All right? Go ahead and have a seat. All right, so we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Devon, what part did you play in Eliminate? Yeah. Oh, no, you just confused me because you're still standing, but that's okay. All right. So we're down to the nitty-gritty, folks. Okay, so my third and final question for audience participation is, if you ever participated in Eliminate and won. If you participated in Eliminate and were victorious, please raise both of your arms way over your head. Please raise both of your arms way over your head. I want you to pump your fist back and forth, and I want you to explain, I'm a winner.
I'm a winner!
Ladies and gentlemen, Eben Barnett, he's a champion at Eliminate, and he's also, based on his beautiful bride, he's won the championship of life. Okay, so I've had the pleasure of knowing Eben for over 25 years, a quarter century of excellence, Eben. And as we would catch up every couple of months, we'd be talking, and I started, about the time that me and my family were living in Guam, I started hearing this name. Victoria. And then every time I talked to Eben, hey, things are going good with the Victoria. And it got to the point where Eben said, you know what, Ed? I want to spend the rest of my life with this girl. I'm going to propose. He did. She said yes. Okay? And then they were engaged. And so, it was just awesome. So I'm hearing this from overseas. And then later on, at some point, she was officially moving in with Eben, and Eben did the most Eben thing he could, right? He hired a professional closet organizer. And so Eben was literally making room in his life for Victoria. He was literally making this much room for Victoria in his closet. And we laugh, and we should laugh at that, right? But I will tell you, Victoria, that for Eben to get anybody space in his closet, that person must have had 100% of the space in his heart. So you don't realize that was a big win, but that was huge, Victoria. Do you realize how big of a win that was? Okay, good.
Great, go for it.
So a couple years later, Lindsay and I got a chance to meet Victoria. It was in Deutschland, or Stuttgart, Germany, if you will. And we went to some Christmas markets together. We had some blue vine together. And we were like, man, she is really awesome. She's really cool. And most important of all, they were just like a perfect couple together, right? So that is like happily ever after. We could leave it at that. But I don't think it would be fair to tell this story without Victoria's point of view on all this. Okay? So can you guys guess, this is audience participation again, can you guys guess what Victoria's first impression of Eben was? Can you guys summarize in one word? Any guesses?
Man.
Man, therapist. Those are good, I tell you. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a hint because you guys look like you need some help. It starts with a D and rhymes with fork. That's right. She used to think, who is this dork coming into the office every day, pulling his rolling briefcase? And I quote, okay, this is a direct quote, I could never fathom dating him. I could never fathom dating. But he's very chatty, we all know this, right? So he started talking with Victoria, they talked about their love of travel and their love of working out, and at some point Victoria realized, OMG, I could be in some trouble here. But I think even if Victoria will be the first to tell you that, at first it's a little hit and miss. One would be interested in the other, and the timing wasn't right. But at some point, Victoria, she put her foot down, and at the Hard Rock Cafe, Victoria sat Eben down. She made herself vulnerable. She opened up to him and said, Eben, and she told Eben how she felt about him. And Eben looked in Victoria's eyes and said, thank you. And then Eben got up and he walked out the door. So I think this kind of ties in to Victoria's number one pet peeve of Eben. So I asked Victoria, I was like, hey, what's your number one thing that annoys you? Instead of one thing, she sent back a numbered list. But number one on this list was selective hearing. Now, I don't know if it was shell shock from the conversation. I don't know if it was selective hearing, but despite even selective hearing, here we all are. All the friends and family with the beautiful couple, Stout and Oliver at home, playing with a ball of yarn or whatever they do. And as we look up at this table, we see Eben and Victoria, and they remind us of what love is and what love is meant to be, right? Yeah. So I hope that as you guys glance up between your drinks and dancing and everything, and you see these guys, that they inspire you to take your special loved one and make your own Urban Meyer video tonight. So Victoria, I gotta tell you, Victoria, 3 generations of my family love Eben, okay? As a son, as a brother, and as an uncle. And hell, we even named one of our kids Eben, okay? Shout out to baby Eben and childcare. And Victoria, now, we love you. We love you because of how happy you make Eben. And we love you because you're such an amazing person. So for the last audience participation, I ask you guys to please hold your glasses high. And I will say to Victoria and Eben, to snakes and condoms. Oh, wait a second. That was my toast for the bachelor party, so let's scratch that. No, so I ask you to raise your glasses, and I say to you guys, Ich hoffe, dein Katzen lieben ein langes und glückliches Leben. Prost! Prost! Did I pronounce it right? Okay. I feel like I owe you guys an English version of that. Mm-hmm. So I said, I hope that your cats live long and happy lives. Salute!